Alright, so tonight, I want to talk about one very underrated shark species. Maybe the most out of all the Miocene Megalodon era sharks. Physogaleus contortus. Now, why is this so underrated when they have such unique teeth? They used to think these were tiger sharks, given the general shape and very similar. I mean, it's not hard to see. They're both kind of recurved, basically hooked, to catch fish or cutting action. Well, this is probably more for grasping, long, narrow cusp. Definitely no teeth like that. Good for catching fish. These are more for like sawing, especially those big serrations on the shoulder. Your guess is as good as mine for why they're not very talked about. I mean, they're mainly just known from the experts and the tooth collectors. And even then, most amateurs are probably like, oh, that's some kind of extinct tiger, and move on with their life. But you have to realize these are really unique sharks, and we could probably learn a lot from them. We studied them. Maybe people have studied them. Because I used to think so much, this is a weird tiger shark. They seem so specialized, they were probably doomed to go extinct. But the more I thought about it, and how long they had been around since the early Eocene, like 60 million years ago, or the late Paleocene, these are very successful sharks. And when I dug up this tooth earlier this year, I was like, whoa, that is a contortus tooth. Hey, this is about an inch. I'm pretty sure this is about the max size. Pretty close. But apparently there's a story somewhere that a Basilosaurus killed a Durodon, and then it attracted a Physogaleus. And a 5 to 10 foot shark trying to steal prey from a 50-foot whale, like, that would never happen. They're not stupid, or else they wouldn't have survived and dominated the seas as much as they did. I mean, sharks aren't stupid. They're not super smart per se, but definitely not stupid. I mean, even here, like, why does it look so much like a great white? I mean, I guess it kind of looks like a tiger shark. It could have looked like that. Like, I don't get why it has a super long caudal fin. Even right there, look. That's a hybridus. That's not a... It probably would have looked more like this. Something like a typical crocodiliform shark. I mean, they could have been laminiform. Well, no, probably not. I mean, having serrations right there and the root, it looks like a gray shark, ground shark, crocodiliform, whatever you want to call it. I think this was the first one I dug up. I was digging with Fred Meza back in 2014, and I asked him, like, what the heck is this? He's like, oh, that's an extinct tiger shark tooth. And I guess it's very debatable if they were tiger sharks. They're definitely some kind of ground shark. The species name contortus, of course, comes because you can see the crown, the tooth part, is kind of twisted. I don't know exactly why it's like that. Maybe it has to do with leverage or being more sleek. I mean, I'm not sure. Definitely sharp. I mean, they're famous for not being very serrated. That's true, but they have a little bit of serrations. So, we probably did a little bit of cutting action, maybe. Of course, it's no tiger shark or Megalodon or snaggletooth, but, I mean, even the distal part, the part on the opposite side, still has some fine serrations. I'm not sure how well you can see it. All up and down that side. Looks like it cuts off. No, it continues almost all the way to the end. They just get a little bit finer toward the end. I mean, pictures don't do this tooth justice. Even when I dug it up, I could feel something special. Not to say I'm bandwagoning, because, I mean, probably in a way I am. This is a great tooth. I mean, even this tooth. I have a gut feeling, regardless of finding that tooth, I probably would have found one like that anyways, sooner or later. I was digging on the Peace River with the fossiliform guys, finding Megalodon teeth and looking for something super cool. But just about anything quality can make my day. that's another story. I mean, they have thick, big roots for some reason. If you guys know exactly what kind of shark this is, I mean, I guess it's all guesswork, because all we know about the sharks are from isolated teeth or vertebra. But that's the fun of it. There's so much known about them, but even more, we don't know what they are. We have to make guesswork based on their unique teeth and a few vertebra, and that's about it. They keep saying they're small sharks, but like, I have big hands, and you can see this tooth is an inch long, so it was probably at least like 8 to 10 feet long. You know, that's a big shark. It was getting some good feeding done, and there were multiple species. They lived from the Eocene all the way until the mid-Miocene. They were very successful. I probably have more of their teeth. Oh, actually, I got one pretty recently from a Shark Tooth Festival in Venice, but this is originally from Bakersfield, California, and I knew right away what it was. You know, I only got this for $0.25. You know, in the bargain, pick your own bargain little thing. And those Shark Tooth Festivals and the Fossil Fest at the fairgrounds, they have all kinds of, you can get some really good deals if you don't mind paying a few bucks to get in. I mean, even broken Megalodons, I know that's the one everybody cares about. But I used to think these makos, or white sharks, or whatever you want to call them. Here's one type with the hook tooth mako, the planus. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I mean, they're pretty misunderstood, but the more I think about it, contortus, they're probably even more underrated and misunderstood. I used to think, like I said, these things are so weird, they're doomed to go extinct, but you just have to look at their track record. Like, why the heck would they go extinct? They were successful for so long. I mean, I haven't looked too much into the issue, but it seems like this mid-Miocene disruption, the time they went extinct, this was the main environmental catastrophe, whereby by global cooling, you know, they lose habitat, they're having to compete with more other species for resources. I mean, they're very adapted at catching fish, but what's to say they might have been outcompeted by, I mean, what's sand tiger sharks or lemon sharks, or maybe they were surviving on the fringes, but just by bad luck they got pushed out. I mean, you just never know. I guess you could look the genetic record, well, except there's no living Physogaleus for some reason. It's a mystery. I don't know why they fully went extinct in the mid-Miocene. And that's the fun of it, and that's what sucks about it. Yeah, it seems like the Antarctic bottom water CO2, I mean, that was changing up the ocean circulation, basically making it super cold in the poles, or the Antarctic, at least East Antarctic ice sheet was forming. There's all kinds of proxies how they figure this out. It's not the most exciting stuff. Read Prothero's After the Dinosaurs. Real good book for studying environmental trends. I mean, there's just so much they don't know and how much they're hypothesizing. CO2 drawdown. I mean, I think burial of carbon taken out, all that carbon being buried in the phosphate deposits, that might have been part of it. But yeah, very underrated. If you guys know something I don't, definitely let me know. Alright guys, thanks for watching my video. Like and comment if you guys like videos like this. If you guys have any content suggestions or talk suggestions, slideshows, let me know. Subscribe if you haven't already. But alright, I'll see you guys next time.